Same thing gonna happen with Spence. They're gonna figure out some type of excuse why Terence Crawford was successful in the Canelo Alvarez fight.
I'm different. I'm a elite fighter. So that's the difference, big difference.
But after fighters fight me, they never the same. So I just hope your career continue.
If you look at my career, never the same after.
Terence Crawford sent a bold warning to Canelo Alvarez, saying he plans to dominate him just like he did Errol Spence Jr. Backing up that statement, Crawford spoke about how he believes Canelo will approach their upcoming fight and told him not to underestimate what's coming. Crawford pointed out that many people act like Canelo already has the edge simply because of his longer career and time at the top. He says Canelo seems to believe he's seen it all and nothing can catch him off guard anymore.
I don't know. I just think, sometimes some fighters, they fight to their level of competition. And, I think he's definitely more experienced, more well-rounded, given the experience that he had in the Floyd Mayweather fight. So we shall see. No, he just seen a lot of fighters. He's been through the boxing game for a long time. He got a lot of experience, and in his heart and soul, he feel that I'm not gonna show him nothing new that he haven't seen before. No, not at all. He didn't fought southpaws, he didn't fought orthodox fighters. So, he's been in the ring with a lot of fighters, and in his mind, he don't see nothing new that
Terence said more about his thoughts, calling this fight a true clash of legends battling to prove who's the best. He's confident he'll bring something special to the ring on September 13th. While many are focused on his power, he believes it's his skill and ring IQ that will stand out when the lights are on.
So, we got two legends fighting each other, and I'm definitely, daring to be great. And I'm going to be great September 13th. I'm not taking no credit away from Canelo's skills. A lot of people, they only talk about his power, but he's very skillful in there, and, he's respected.
Canelo didn't stay quiet when it came to Crawford. He told Turkey he hopes Crawford's getting a good payday, because he won't be the same after their fight. For Canelo, this isn't just about the money. It's about making a statement that will leave a lasting mark on Crawford's career.
You're a great fighter.
I know I'm great.
You're a great fighter, but are you going to find out? I hope your uncle Turkey Alashi pay you enough money, because it's going to be the last. That's for sure.
It may be. Maybe.
I hope he pay you enough.
But after fighters fight me, they never the same. So I just hope your career continue.
If you look at my career, never the same after me.
However, Crawford made it clear he's not bothered by the noise. He spoke about how fans and critics might respond if he hands Canelo a loss, saying they'll probably look for excuses just like they did after the Errol Spence fight. But to Crawford, that's just part of the game, and he's ready to silence the doubt all over again when it's time.
They're gonna make excuses. The same thing happened with Spence.
Same thing gonna happen with Spence. They're gonna figure out some type of excuse why Terence Crawford was successful in the Canelo Alvarez fight.
You gonna retire if you win this fight, or you're gonna keep going?
I don't know. We shall see.
It is what it is. I got the style, I got the skills, I got the heart, and I'm not gonna sit around and...
Tensions hit a new high during the face-off when Canelo shoved Crawford, sparking a heated moment that almost turned into a full-on fight. Security had to step in fast to keep things from getting out of hand, adding even more fire to an already intense showdown. Canelo supporters didn't hold back either, chanting Mexico and raising their hands in loud support. Later, Canelo Alvarez spoke about the shove, saying it only fired him up more for what's coming. He made it clear he's all in for September 13th, fully focused on settling things in the ring and ready for a showdown that's sure to bring fireworks from the opening bell.
I'm turning it on right now.
Right? Yeah. Did it make you want to go harder for the 13th?
I don't know, but made me feel more excited.
I love it.
I'm gonna train so far. You know, I'm being in this sport like so many years. I had so many good fights in my career, and I had the experience to adapt myself to these kind of fighters. I fight everybody out there, every style, and I'm gonna do my job and put all my experience, all my talent there, and that's it. You know, I'm different. I'm a elite fighter, so that's the difference. Big difference.
Meanwhile, boxing analyst Sean Zittel weighed in on the intense shove during the face-off, saying it looked staged. He noted that moments like these often match what promoters, organizers, and fans are hoping for: more drama to build the energy and turn up the heat on an already massive fight.
No. That's not, there's 30 security guards.
I don't know, it feels a little contrived.
You think so?
I think a lot of people feel it's a little like.
Well, I'm glad you used the big word that most of us don't know.
Sir, New York, that's a weak ass push by Canelo, and you know that is not Canelo. What he did with Caleb Plant, that was real. You know, he slipped him and then slapped him, and that was like, okay. This felt like, hey, social media saying you guys are being too friendly. We're paying you all this money. We're putting a knockout bonus there. Come on, we got a fight to sell. Let's heat this up a little bit. Obviously, they're both great fighters, and they're both coming to win, and you know, but you know, I don't want to get too deep into it today, but you know my thoughts on this, the big picture, like what's looming, the fight to me, because I'm the journalist, right? Is
adding to that view, the weigh-in gave his own take on the heated moment, saying the tension felt different this time because of how fast everyone on stage jumped in to separate them. He compared the whole scene to a tennis match, with Crawford and Canelo taking turns stepping up, sizing each other up, and raising the intensity with every encounter. All of it is building toward an explosive collision once the bell rings.
Terence is not stopping here. He's walking straight up to him, way past Dana. Here's halfway. He's like, nah, I'm meeting you at your front door. And he's backing him up. Oh, and then there's the shove. Look at Bomac. Look at Bomac. Oh shit, we got everybody getting in there. Reynoso, security, Michael Buffer. It's a game of tennis. It's a game of back and forth, because this time Canelo walks up on Terence. Like, yeah, okay, you got that one off. Watch this. Now I'm gonna push you back a little bit. Yeah, see,
Reflecting on Crawford's past fights, Sean Porter recalled Bud's bout with Errol Spence and how he overheard Crawford's team admit he wasn't even sticking to a game plan. Porter later confirmed that Crawford himself admitted it. He was so fired up for that fight, he threw the strategy out the window. To Porter, that proved just how dangerous Crawford can be when he's running purely on instinct and hunger.
Out of the room, I was talking to his cousin, a couple other people, and I think it might have been Shakur, but somebody said, yo, he didn't even have a game plan. I said, what? He said he didn't have a game plan. He was asking us what he should do before the fight.
Shakur specifically, right?
So I think it was Shakur that said that. So then I talked to Crawford after the fight, and I know I talked to him on the podcast about this specifically, but then I talked to him afterwards, and I said, stop saying you didn't have a game plan. You had a game plan. He said, look, Sean, we had a game plan, but in the locker room before the fight, I just was fired up. And he said he had, even walking out to the ring, he had it like, you know, just so much energy, passion, dog. He wanted to go right after her, you know? So using that story again to relate to everyone, you're right. That dog is gonna be there. And
showing his support for Crawford, English pro boxer Denzel Bentley admitted he was unsure about the matchup at first. He didn't think Crawford had any business moving up to face Canelo. But as the fight draws closer, Bentley's confidence in Crawford has grown. Now he believes Crawford has what it takes to shock everyone, noting that Canelo hasn't looked at his best in a while, making the showdown even more intriguing.
Oh man, at first I didn't like it. I was like, come on, don't do it, don't go up there, don't do it. But as it got closer, I'm believing in Crawford, man. I mean, I think he can pull it off. We haven't really seen the best of Canelo in years. I think his best days were at 160. When I think of it, that Danny Jacobs fight, that's probably the best performance I've seen Canelo in in all these fights. I know he's had so many fights, we have better performance, but in recent times, just the lateral movement, the elusiveness, the way he lets his shots go, the just effortless kind of movement and you know, flowing of punches. He hasn't been that since then.
Taking his view even further, Bentley didn't hold back on his take about Canelo's current form, calling him more of a powerhouse hunting for one big punch. He said Canelo's sharp, well-rounded style has faded, replaced by a slower, more flat-footed approach with fewer punches and less setup. Bentley believes this shift in style could open the door for Crawford to take advantage when they finally face off in the ring.
Powerhouse. He's slow with his feet, throws less punches than we've seen before. He's always looking for a big shot. Hardly sets anything up anymore. It's just his whole style has just changed, and it's worked for him because a lot of fighters go in there with that fear factor, like, oh my days, it's Canelo. Or he will wear you down at some point because he's so physical and strong, or when he hits you, you kind of don't want to know because he hits so hard. But I don't think Crawford's going to go in with that mindset. I think whatever Canelo brings, he's going to be able to match. He's got better feet. Even though at 154 his feet didn't look the best, but Majimov is a good mover. But he's got better feet, he can fight both ways, and I think he'll use more of his arsenal than what Canelo would use. So I think he would find it easier. So I think Crawford can beat him.
Tim Bradley echoed that view, saying if Canelo couldn't finish Charlo, there's little chance he'll be able to beat Crawford. Bradley was clear about where he stands. He'd pick Bud Crawford to win against Canelo any day. He believes Crawford's sharp style and accuracy will be too much for the Mexican star to deal with.
Couldn't knock out Charlo. Or you really think he's gonna knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part.
On the flip side, Showbiz the Adult shared his own take, saying the fight was already decided the moment Crawford faced off with Canelo. He pointed to Crawford's body language during the stare-down, claiming it revealed everything. According to him, Crawford realized right then that Canelo was operating on a level he'd never experienced before. He suggested Crawford's subtle reactions hinted that he might already be mentally behind before the first punch is even thrown.
The press conference was ending. I was already scripting this reaction video to talk about how His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh has won the press conference until the bitter end, the face-off, and not just the face-off, the end. Can you please look at the end when Terence Bud Crawford made this face?
Once in a lifetime, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Terence Bud Crawford, Arabia.
The fight is over. See, I've seen that face before. I've seen that face before. I saw that shit on Rocky 3 when Rocky Balboa was staring down Clubber Lang. Forget that. I saw that face when Rocky Balboa was in the pool and Apollo Creed said, one more lap. Once in a lifetime, ladies and gentlemen. That face is called the holy shit face. He stared down Canelo, and for the first time, he saw someone as great as himself. For the first time, he saw him.
Edgar Berlanga offered a balanced take, saying that once the bell rings, anything can happen in boxing. While he slightly favors Canelo due to his natural size and weight advantage, he didn't downplay Crawford's danger at all. Berlanga emphasized that Crawford's technical skills are sharp enough to compete with anyone, making this matchup far from a sure thing and adding even more excitement to their upcoming clash.
You know that, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that, is his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't.
Furthermore, Bob Arum didn't hold back when talking about Canelo Alvarez's current approach to boxing. Arum said Canelo no longer fights with the same passion to entertain fans, focusing more on high-paying matchups than anything else. For the longtime promoter, this shift in priorities could be a factor when Canelo steps in against a driven and hungry opponent like Crawford.
has shown in his last few fights that he's just a businessman. He's not in there to entertain the public. He just takes the big check. But again, if Canelo really fights, because I think safe to say Terence always fights. He doesn't know anything else. So then it could be a very good interest.
At the same time, Arum recognized the real threat Crawford brings. He said the quality of the fight depends entirely on which version of Canelo shows up, the warrior who used to fight for pride or the one now chasing paydays. Arum questioned whether fans will see the old, hungry Canelo or the more recent version who seems less motivated and plays it safe in the ring. On the other side, Crawford's coach, Bomac, responded quickly, saying that styles make fights, and in his eyes, Crawford holds the clear edge. He believes Crawford has better skills, a smarter approach, and a stronger mindset. Confident in his fighter's preparation, Bomac said Crawford will take care of business when the lights come on. Skills pay the bills, he added, stressing that beating someone like Canelo takes more than just power. You need smart offense and solid defense. Crawford agrees, saying he's not worried about needing knockout power to hurt Canelo. His goal is to outbox him. If he sticks to the plan and stays focused, he believes the damage will come naturally. And if Canelo slips up, Crawford's ready to make him pay.
Never fought at 168. You think you will have enough power to hurt the great Canelo?
Of course. I don't have to have enough power to hurt him. I just gotta beat him. That's it. If he slip up, then, he would.
Although Canelo admitted he never imagined facing Crawford due to the big weight difference that once made the fight seem unlikely, he said this is boxing, and anything can happen. Now that the matchup is locked in, Canelo says he's counting down the days until he steps into the ring for what could be a truly historic showdown.
Never thinking about the fight Crawford, I never in my life, because he's a low weight than me. So, but I never thinking about it. But that's the fun part of boxing. You never know what is gonna happen, right? And now we are here. And I'm glad to share the ring with one of the best fighters out there, and I just can't wait.
In American and in Spanish.
I'm gonna win.
Spanish first.
¿Ah?
In Spanish first.
Voy a ganar.
Voy
a ganar. Esa es la idea, ganar. That's the idea. Always in my mind doesn't exist a loss. I train, I put my best, I dedicate myself to this sport, and I'm just thinking about win, to make history, and this is not.
As September 13th approaches, one thing is clear: Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez is shaping up to be more than just another fight. When the final bell rings, there'll be no excuses, just two legacies on the line. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more fight updates, and drop your predictions in the comments below.